What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another video here. As you guys saw by the title, today we're going to be taking a look at the brand new Predator Talon e-bike. This thing is the perfect thing for us hunters and fishers or any kind of outdoorsman that's just looking to get any place fast and quiet, or just ease of use. Over the past couple days that I've took this fishing and tested out my routes to like my sand and stuff, it is amazing. So a little bit of the key features: it's got an alloy frame, so with the weight of the battery and stuff, it helps reduce some of the weight instead of having like a solid steel frame or something that's going to be super heavy. It makes it lighter. This is the 750 model, so that's your 14-volt lithium ion battery. The max speed on this thing is 30 miles an hour. I have had it up to right around 27, and it scoots. You have disc brakes front and rear. It is rear wheel driven. It has a motor right here in the back. You can get about 25 to 35 miles of range out of a single charge. Just depends on if you're going uphill, downhill, you know, what kind of terrain you're going through. The battery will recharge itself as you're pedaling and as you're going downhill, so it's kind of nice when you're going downhill. You can kind of gain a little bit of battery, so that way you can have that it last longer, which is super nice. It has front shocks. You can lock the shocks or you can leave them released. They are very, very nice, going over some pretty nice sized trees and stuff. It has 26-inch flat tires. I believe they are 4 inches wide. So, you know, with these fat tires, you can hit a rock, hit a stump, hit a tree, just hop right over it, and it doesn't even hurt anything. This thing is very, very robust. It has, you can also just use it as a normal bike. It has a 7-speed Shimano system on it. You just switch gears just like you would a normal bike. And then some of the like other little key features here that's set up for more of like the outdoors. You have your bow and gun holder right here, so you can throw your bow in here, your gun in here, however you want. And then you also have a rack back here. As you guys can probably see right here, you have a nice rack. You can zip tie stuff to this, you can strap stuff onto this. You can basically, any way that you can use this, you can set it up. Also down here has a trailer attachment spot, so you can buy the accessory trailer. It's considered a flatbed. It can also, the trailer can hold up to 100 pounds, so you can, you know, haul turkeys out of there. You can haul decoys down to your duck spot. You can haul your fishing gear. There's multiple things this bike can do, and many accessories to help it improve. I'll bring you guys on a little bit closer so that way you can take a closer look. So now that you're sitting on the bike here, we're going to take a little closer look at the handlebars and focus on more of the display here. So starting from right to left over here, you have your twist throttle, and you also have a lock. So when you're getting on the bike, you can lock that twist throttle so you don't accidentally hit it. Right here is your Shimano 7-speed shifter. You can shift it up and you can shift it down just like a normal bike. Right here is your bow and gun mount. These just have little straps on them. They are accessory that you have to buy separate, but they're not, I think they retail for right around 30-ish bucks, so they're not too bad. They just attach right on your handlebars here by a couple screws. On your left side over here, you got your front brake, right side rear brake. Then you have your little system that actually controls your display. So over here is your little controller for your display. You have plus and minus signs, which I'll explain what those do. You have a light button. You have your information button, which changes some stuff on your display, and your power button. As long as the bike is turned on, this will power on and off the display. As we go over here to the display, you can see here in the top left we have our time. Top right is your battery percentage. This is your speedometer. This will tell you how fast you're going in real time. Right here you have numbers. Those can be changed by the plus and minus sign over here on the left side control. And as you change those numbers, they change on the screen. And what those numbers do is, like, 1 is the least amount of assistance as the pedals will give you. If you have it up to 5, as you pedal, the bike will give you more assistance. You can also switch it to 0, and it will just be all twist throttle. You will not have any assistance from the pedals, and you can just twist the throttle. If you have it in any of the 1 through 5, you can also just twist the throttle. But as you pedal, it will also help the bike. It will help the bike so that way you can maybe conserve some more of those miles and get up to that 35-mile range per charge. You can see that we are in eco mode. Eco mode just doesn't have a little as much power and maybe not as much top speed, but it is still amazing. I keep this in eco mode all the time. If you hold the plus sign down, you switch to sport. Sport gets you a little more power, but you're also going to drop in that mile range, so you might be closer to that 25-mile range if you're running it in sport all the time. So we just switched it back to eco by holding that plus sign down again. You can see the trip. We have 6.9 miles on this bike just from the testing that we have been doing and from taking it fishing, so that way I can figure it out and get some nice stuff for you guys. If you hit that little I button over here, you can see your odometer. Then you can see the max speed you've had it. Then your average speed, your time, and then back to your trip. The little light button over here actually dims the display if you hold it down, if you're going in early hunting or coming in at night or something, so that way it's not as bright. So that's pretty much the handlebars for you guys. So now that you guys have seen the bike a little bit up close now and a little bit more about it, I'm going to show you some of the ways that I like to set it up. So first off, we're going to go with the hunting setup. I'm going to strap my bow up front here and just show you guys how that would look. So what I'm doing up here is I'm taking these 2 hooks and I'm just pulling off the little rubber pieces that would strap it in. Set those to the side. And then I'm going to take my bow, and these can actually be moved to adjust however you want it. And I'm going to slide my bow. Those can be adjusted however you want. I'm going to slide my bow right down inside it here. Just like that. As you can see, it just sits right inside there. Then you're going to take these rubber things and you're going to throw them over. There's 1 and there's 2. So now, as you guys can see, the bow is on there. It ain't going nowhere. You can move the whole bike with this thing. It ain't, the bow's not going to fall off. It's on there. All your brakes are in the clear. Everything's in the clear. Nothing's in the way. So that's how you would have the bow on it. That's how it would look. Then you have your rack back here. You can put stuff on your rack. Normally what I'm thinking I'm going to do is just throw my backpack on. I'll be already in my hunting clothes and bam, I am hands-free, quiet as can be, ready to go to the stand in those early mornings or come back in the late evenings. And you are all set up, ready to go hunting quietly and very safely and very maneuverably. You can take this thing in so many places since it's a bike. You can go through the skinniest trails. You can go down through anything, through mud. It's amazing. So now I'm going to show you guys how I would set it up for my fishing. Alright, so now if I wanted to go fishing, all I have right here is just a milk crate, as you guys can see on the inside. And then this is actually a cover from Amazon, which comes with 3 rod holders. And I can actually put the link in the bio if you guys want this. This is actually for a kayak, which I've used on my kayak before, but I thought that you could strap it to the back of the rack here. So this is actually super nice because you have a cover that velcros down. You have 3 rod holders on the back here to throw your rods in. And then you have this big open milk crate where you can throw your trays, your baits, whatever you want to use. And then now, just like that, again, you're hands-free, ready to go fishing with all your stuff right here on the bike, and you just go. So now, as you guys can see, we have our milk crate and our Amazon cover on the back rack here. And I will leave a link, like I said, in that for the bio if you guys are wanting to buy one. But all it is just a milk crate, cheap, and then that cover is very cheap. I forget how much it was. I've had it for quite some time, but I'll put that all in the description so if you guys are interested. So yeah, that's just strapped down. That thing's not going anywhere. I've actually gone fishing with this and it is amazing. All the storage you have now, the rods, you're ready to go. You are hands-free. You just got to ride down there. It's the simplest thing ever. So, but now, let's take this milk crate off, and I'm going to throw you guys on the chest cam, and we're going to take it down through the woods. Kind of explain a little bit more to you as we're driving, and so that way you guys can see the bike operate. We just turned it on. Everything's ready to go. And as you can see, all I do is twist the throttle and I'm off. So as you guys can see, right now I'm just in mode 1. And you can probably see the battery change fluctuating because I'm just using the throttle. And right now we're doing about 8-9 miles an hour. But I'm just using the throttle right now as we go through here, but we can speed up a little bit. As you can see, tall grass, anything, it'll go through it all. Now we're going down through a little trail here. And right now I'm just kind of coasting down through here, but you can see over these bumps, the really suspension's just kicking in, and we're going downhill, so you can see how that battery is recharging. And the brakes and everything handle very well on it. Across the creek here, give a little gas, get up. And it requires no effort at all to go through here. So now we're gonna head back through the creek, up the hill, so I can show you guys a little bit more about how the pedal assist works. So you can see that I'm on one. I'm not going to use any throttle, and I'm just pedaling. And the pedaling's super easy. It's like pedaling on flat ground. And you can see the bike is just kind of pulling itself up the hill here. If I crank it up and I pedal a little bit more, the bike is going to go a little faster. As you guys can see, I'm not even really pedaling and the bike is just going. Then it stops, pedal a little bit more, and it's just going to help you up this hill. It's super easy to pedal when it's like this, and it helps you save some battery. You could go only throttle the whole way up the hill, but you would use a little bit battery and you wouldn't get as much more range on it. So let's switch it back down to 1 or 0, and we're just going to use the throttle here. Now we're just going to do a little bit of riding for you guys so you can see how it works. We're going down the hill. If you pay attention to that battery, it might go up. Bam, so as you guys can see, we made it down to the water here. It was very easy. All you do is twist the throttle and the thing takes you wherever you need to go. Because of those big tires and everything, they just take you wherever you want. So as you guys can see, we made it down here. So we're gonna head back up, and I'm just gonna let you guys enjoy the little ride of me riding back up so you can see how everything's changing on the screen, and you can kind of just watch the suspension do its thing and everything like that. So let's head back up to the house and we'll see you guys up there. So now that we're going up the hill, I'm actually going to switch it into that 5 mode, and I'm not going to use any throttle over on my right hand side, and all I'm doing is pedaling. It's super easy. It's just taking me right up the hill and I'm barely even pedaling. Switch it back down to like 2 or so, since we're back up here on flat ground. And I can just pedal the whole way home if I want, or I can switch it down and just use the throttle. Alrighty, so now that you guys saw how everything worked and everything, I hope you guys enjoyed the little review on this bike. I hope you found it very useful. If you are looking to buy one, I do highly recommend it. It's amazing. This is, again, the Predator Talon 750 version. It's amazing. So, if you guys have any questions or anything for me, leave them in the comments. I'll do my best to answer them. But you guys will be seeing this in some of my videos and stuff as I use it to go fishing and hunting. So, hope you guys enjoyed it. I will leave the link to get one and to the Predator website here in the description down below, as well as to some of the accessories and stuff that I had put on it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you found it useful. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.